Okay, recording is in progress.
Okay, let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everyone. It's yours. Okay, consideration of the agenda, please.
Oh, okay, no, sorry.
Sherry
He's a public.
I'll move to approve the agenda.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, thank you. Give you a second.
I'll second. Sorry, I beat my donut.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, consent agenda, claims from 10/22/25, claims from 11/6/25, and minutes from 10/14/25.
I will make a motion to accept the consent agenda, the claims in the minutes.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, public comment. We have any public comment? Do you have anything for public comment, or are you just here to visit?
I'm just here to visit and just offer my services. If you guys have anything that I need to know about as the state representative for this area, just let me know.
Okay.
If there's anything I can do to help you guys, let me know.
Okay, thank
Whatever,
you.
if I'm here, I'm your voice and tone.
That's amazing. Okay, discussion. Do we have anything under discussion? Committee reports, PTO.
PTO ran the book fair last week for the library. We made a little over $1,000 in books, not cash. We make books. So we sent out an invitation today to all of the teachers to create a wish list on the Scholastic Book Fair website. And then we're gonna cash all that out with our Scholastic dollars and get a bunch of books. We also have over $2,000 left from last book fair to spend too.
Oh.
So
Nice.
we've got a big chunk of change.
Do you have books for library or books for classroom?
I sent it to Lisa also, so we can use it for school-wide,
Or whatever.
whomever wants to make a list.
Very good.
Turkey bingo is coming up on the 21st from 6 to 8:30. Childcare will be provided for $5 per kid. I think they're gonna just watch a movie and hang out. No snacks provided this time.
We're starting to gather donations. If anybody knows of somebody that would be willing to do donations. Going to town for his wife.
Donations for turkey bingo.
For turkey bingo, either for the silent auction for games, prizes. And then we are also doing again, if they bring a gift for the Christmas store, they get a free drink, free card, I can't
I think a
remember.
free card.
And then if they bring something for dad, grandpa gift, they also get a free coffee, I think it is, something. Because that's where
we can like type up and send.
I'm gonna
Home
type
or-
something up to send home to people that come to parent teacher conferences. And
Okay.
also an invitation to join PTO because we need more parents.
We
desperately.
need help. We were like brainstorming at the book
Yeah.
fair, like, how can we get people?
Yeah,
21st.
21st. What time does it start? 6 to 8:30.
And I did get it on my reader board, Kitty.
Oh, thank you.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If my wife wants to bring any kind of gifts, she can give them to, and when
She can bring it to the office and give it to me or Shannon. She knows who I am.
And just anytime before the.
Anytime before the 21st. Yeah, or on the 21st is fine too. But we would like to take pictures of the items that are gonna be up. To kind of entice people to come.
Will we have enough time? Oh, yes, we will. Sorry. I don't think there's 17.
Okay.
And I think each class is gonna put together a basket for the silent auction also. every class except for 8th grade.
Cool. Okay, teacher rep. I was not informed of anything to share. So I don't have. Nothing.
How your kiddos doing?
Very good.
Good.
Yeah, so far it's a pretty good school year. Tenders are a little low, but we're getting at it. There's only 9, so it's really small and it's easy to do one-on-ones. Good, yeah. We're in kindergarten, but.
All right, okay, clerk report.
I just attached the budget versus actual report. And then a little blurb about the Bridge Alliance, which is coming up as an action item, which is the state-based health insurance for Montana teachers. So there is, all the attachments were on there for you guys to go through. I did meet with Julie Blocky today to go over the comparison between the two. And she just actually sent me the comparisons.
How does it look price wise?
She said it looks pretty good.
Okay.
There was one thing in there that she did not like. But I asked the guy at Bridge Alliance and I talked to legal and they said that it is a MCA law. It's a law. So they had to put it in there. Basically it said that if we leave the trust in the first 5 years, let's just say that Becky goes and has her knee replaced in June. And we leave the alliance on the 1st of July. If her claim has not been paid, we will be responsible to pay for that claim, even though it was incurred before we left. So that's the only caveat to that.
5 years, once we're beyond that,
Once you're beyond that, John said that they are trying to get legal to figure what's gonna happen after that. If that caveat can be dropped, or if it's gonna just be a year-by-year basis. That's still up in the air. But he said that if there's cost savings every year, those will get banked for us, then we can use that banked allotment to pay for Becky's knee if that were a scenario that happens. Oh, her head, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so we kind of just, not that we need to know everybody's personal business, but if we are aware, which workman's comp or a
Workman's comp is not,
illness or.
Yeah.
Okay, guess that would be separate. But if we know there's something major going on, we might want to hold off on.
or we
Okay,
can
right,
tell
or-
everybody, that you can leave in the first 5 years if the cost goes above a certain mark.
Okay.
So, we could, tell the staff, the costs are going way up. We're gonna have to go back to United Healthcare, what we're on now. If you have anything that you need to have done, let's get it done ASAP. So that it's covered.
Here's my other question, just charges wise.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see something, maybe we can kind of keep track if the staff can let us know how quickly they pay claims. Because if I think that they're taking 6 months to pay claims, then that's backs us if we borrow.
Oh, when we switch over, how quickly they're paying claims?
So with Blue Cross Blue Shield, I had my nose surgery in March and it's still not done,
Wow.
which I don't understand. And they keep sending me statements and I'm like.
And that was through Must before.
That was through Must, but
Mhm.
just so you have like a general,
Right.
like, I don't know if they're
Like
similar,
all insurance. are-
but I'm Blue Cross Blue Shield Must is still. I mean, everything's been paid. They say I actually overpaid, but they're still like. They're still sending me stuff that it's not completed.
Yeah.
How
I
was the
think
current
it was
one?
through Logan. Anything through Logan's gonna take you forever.
Forever. Well, see, now my thing that I had done in July, I was billed and done quickly.
But mine wasn't through Logan.
Your surgery, you didn't have your surgery at Logan?
No, it was at Rocky Mountain Surgical Suites, which I mean is connected to Logan in a way, but it's separate, yeah. I don't know.
It's a gamble, I guess. The goal of the trust is to keep everybody in for 5 years. It's kind of, that 5 years is gonna level up, it's gonna plateau everything, right? The first few years, gonna be growing pains, that kind of thing. So keep everybody in.
Can you remind me what the stipulations are? Is that must go on? Is that what it is?
Must's gone.
And this is taking its place.
But we're in United.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we switched, but I couldn't remember. I knew there was, so that's why we switched, because it came through, we were gonna have to switch anyway. What?
Do you know if the larger districts are jumping on board with this?
Most large
are.
districts, yeah. I would
Would
think
have to have 20,000,
you have to have 40.
40,000
I know, because they needed the pool.
full adult staff members, so not even family of staff. On to keep the pool. The goal is eventually to make it so that it is more affordable, but they have to have a certain amount sign up for a certain amount of time before the state will kind of jump on and support it. Or, or keep it going in a way. Because they didn't want to put teachers on state insurance. So they made this new.
Thank you.
When I went to my clerk meeting at the beginning last month or the end of everybody that was there that has received their plans, they all are joining. Overall, I think it said that our proposal amounts to a 4.6 increase over our current cost. It's still less than what we pay, so it's still not gonna cost the staff members more money, it'll cost the school more money. But I think when I was working on, some of the plans were like $130 a month difference.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see.
Our regular insurance jumps up a percentage every year, anyway,
Mm-hmm.
right, like in that range.
Yeah, and she doesn't have what Big Sky, we're through Big Sky Chamber, that's who our insurance is through, which they didn't tell us we had to join the Big Sky Chamber, that cost us $150. Nice, that was a nice surprise. So like one plan right now costs $826.33, Bridge is $867.93, so it's pretty close. One of the other ones, we currently pay $791, there's $867. $727 to $808.
You know, if the doctors are. Oh, sorry. But the.
If you did a donut.
It does not,
Do you know if they're accepted around here and everything? Cause that was a big question that staff had when we switched the last time, is if
right,
doctors were accepted.
I would assume, I don't know, but I would assume this is gonna be a statewide insurance.
But is this a new insurance? So that might be because then people might, like, I don't know. I don't know if they would. Well, a lot of places don't have to anymore
Yeah.
because they can charge you up front and then you have to charge your
You have to
provider.
You have to submit it to
That's a
your
good question.
Cause that's what TRICARE does, which is what I'm on
Mhm.
now. Oh, it's a dozen.
All the paperwork that I have from Bridge, like I said, it's attached to the agenda. And there's nothing in there about.
Cause that might be hard for people. I'm just thinking like, at least in my own, because with TRICARE, we have to pay upfront.
Right.
And then we file a claim, so that's, and it's kind of hard. Like you have to come up with everything.
Ryan, can you know $50 for it today?
You know? Yeah. They do have certain providers though. I just don't know.
I'm asking. Obviously, it's an action item later, so
Yeah.
I'll find an answer from John before we get down to
And if we're gonna do it, when do we have to?
today.
No.
What?
Yeah, today.
Yeah,
They got us our numbers like today.
they gave us our numbers on Friday.
Okay, yeah.
The deadline, they actually extended the deadline to December 13th, so we technically could wait till our next board meeting. But that'd be kind of close. The deadline was November 30th.
And can we do that without negotiating it?
Because our
Well, I
contract's
think
ending.
wasn't negotiated last time and it was just changed.
Yeah.
Well,
is it-
in the end, in the MEO, it just says that groups will meet and discuss it and the board's gonna make a decision.
Okay, yeah, that will provide insurance. Yeah, yeah, the board specific site. Okay, perfect. What I needed to know.
That's correct, right?
Just to make sure we're not.
I mean, it's like, I don't know, like how long have we known that this was gonna?
2 years. But we haven't had any data until Friday.
Yeah.
Friday was the first day I got anything on it. And I attached it to the agenda on Friday and sent it to everybody.
Like December.
I read through it. I guess I just want to see like, so price wise, so for us. Never mind, I can ask these questions as we get to action stuff.
There's some, that's the prices right there. And that's the current prices on these 2 sheets. And it goes up to.
And I think we're getting to know that.
Okay, that it?
The principal report.
So we left with 2 new babies, so our enrollment went up by 2. And they seem very sweet, so we're happy to have them. For expanding learning opportunities, I have developed a written Marion School Special Education Manual. The purpose of this manual is to provide clear, easy to follow guide for implementing the school special education program. It's to ensure consistency from year to year, supports staff in following procedures accurately, helps monitor and track student progress effectively, and eliminates the need to reinvent the wheel each school year. By providing a structured framework, the manual also ensures compliance with state and federal guidelines while promoting high quality supports for all students. The purpose of this was for whoever the SPED teacher, the admin is, this is how we do SPED at Marion unless the legalities change. You can ask teachers, it kind of has changed every year with learning new things. We finally got an amazing person in the SPED co-op and some guidance from the state in order to make at least a foundation for how we start, where we start with the student. So this is really good. It's still growing, but overall it's presented to the staff. And it's a start to where we're looking to grow and go in the future with Marion. Becky and I attended the Title I training over MEA days together. We created a Title I desk manual outlining the entire Title I program. So similar to the SPED manual I created with the same purpose. The goal is that every staff member knows what does intervention at Marion School look like and can talk from beginning to end. So it's going to be quite a process to create those structures, but once they're in place, it's just easier to track kids and everyone knows how a kid progresses through from classroom to title to 504 to SPED and what that looks like. And it'll help us keep track of kids more effectively. Becky has been reviewing all students performing below benchmark for both mathematics and reading. She is creating individualized learning plans for each student to provide targeted support. This effort will increase the need for Title I staff, and we will be requesting board approval tonight. The goal is to strengthen the Tier 1 and Tier 2 supports. So those are our classroom interventions for those kids that are just a little bit behind, and then our Tier 2, which are the kids that cannot be served by SPED but are struggling. Both inside and outside the classroom, ensuring that learning struggles are addressed promptly and that all students receive the support they need to succeed. So I don't know why that does. Okay, so because Becky has been reviewing those, with our 5-6 split approaching the point where an additional teacher is needed, we have 2 students that possibly could be joining us, which would put us over in need for a para, overload aid. So based on our new understanding of what comprehensive Title I program entails, Becky and I are recommending the board approve posting for a 5th grade teacher. This will allow Becky to focus on leading the title program more the whole day, because right now she's teaching several 5th grade classes to help make smaller groups of the 5-6 split, and this will overall improve support school-wide. While we search for a new teacher, our current substitutes will be offered, with your approval, the opportunity to apply for a long-term sub position under the supervision of our current 6th grade teacher and Becky. The overall goal of this move is to increase the tier 1 and tier 2 supports in and out of the classroom to promptly address learning struggles and give every student the most possible support we can have. So right now, our SPED numbers are about 23% of our population. Ideally, you want it between 5 and 10%. You can't always control that, obviously, but that is an indicator of we need to start working the system before we get to that level. So that means increasing title support in the middle from kids who are just a little bit behind or struggling with an independent concept, all the way to kids who need, you know, a pull-out group every day to address those issues. And then also support teachers in class, and teachers will be working on getting a lot more training on helping them in the classroom also. So the goal is to strengthen everything, the first step and the second step, so that when we get to the third step, we have a pile full of data to help the kid that gets in if we need to refer to special education. So we're doing all the upfront work first. So I'm working to develop a structured student support system, as I've been saying. It's called MTSS, which is Multi-Tiered Systems of Support. It clearly outlines interventions, processes, and support for students. The goal is to systematically monitor student progress, identify needs early, and provide consistent academic and behavioral interventions. The framework will help the staff make data-informed decisions, ensure students have the right level of support, and grow student achievement over time. And it'll be a formalized system to improve collaboration among the staff, streamline communication with families, and create a clear roadmap that supports every student. It's a 3 to 5 year process with the staff all in. And so it will take a lot of time, but we will eventually do a quick training with the staff and they will vote to be in or out. And if we have 80% approval rating, we'll start that process. Overall, it's shown great growth for every school that's done it. It's a big process. It's a big thing to build, but in the end, it's awesome. To improve a volunteer program, we had a group of adults volunteer to join us in school and support teachers. There's about 6 or 7 of them. To support kids in classrooms. We'll be arranging a meet and greet to determine appropriate areas for them to volunteer according to teacher requests, what they would like. Of course, background checks, they're more than willing to. They are looking for anything from helping in the classroom, grading papers, playing with the kids at recess, pulling kids out in the hallway and reading them stories, anything. They're just a group from Marion and a couple from the West Valley area that want to come in and be grandmas and grandpas for our kids.
Do they want to do it like on occasion or like a regular
Like on a
schedule?
regular basis.
Oh, wow.
They are a local like Bible group.
Okay.
And they said that they want to start putting their money where their mouth is and start supporting our kids. So really great. For our staff, we held an evaluation committee meeting with teachers who are interested in reviewing our current evaluation tool. And we planned ongoing meetings for this point forward. Our goal is to work. Whoa, why is all these different things all over the place? I'm sorry, I don't know how that stuff done. Don't listen to that one. We'll be evaluating our current evaluation tool and then deciding whether we want to update the one we have, keep it the way it is, or explore other options to how we evaluate. We're supposed to be doing this for Title III. All the time, and we haven't done it for a while. So this is our first process. And if you guys are interested in seeing how we're doing that, I've got something I can print off you. Okay. Okay, so far this month, I provided guidance and support to some staff on classroom behavior management practices. We developed and implemented behavior intervention plans for students with significant behavioral needs. We are receiving a significant and extremely valuable amount of support from the new director, David Brown, at the Flathead Special Education Co-op. He's been out to Marion a few times and is willing to really dig deep to help our school to the point where he's attending IEP meetings if we need extra help. He's amazing. Our Sunshine Buddy system is now up and running. It's similar to a year-round Secret Santa. We did it last year, and it's fantastic. It brings joy and positivity to the building, and the teachers are really enjoying it. Okay, so we also ordered. Okay, For the facilities, we ordered treads for the wooden ramp for safety out here that stick up, so they won't get filled with ice and people won't trip. Our next one to address is this big one out here. We need to put some heat tape or something on it because it becomes like a toboggan ride in the winter. So that'll be fun. For community information and engagement strategy, the classes completed in a compact comeback challenge where classes with the highest level of compacts for our Title I return sign will get a pizza party. We have 4 classes that had 100% of their kids turn in. So that's phenomenal. So tomorrow I'll be writing secondary notices to go home to parents. It's not required that they sign them, but you want to try to give them as much opportunity. So the compact is just an agreement. We will provide these sort of things for your kids. And then the parents sign, we will help our kids, we'll read to our kids. It's just an agreement that we're coming together to support kids on both sides. We are sending title notices for parent-teacher conferences, compacts, and necessary title information to parents. Through the title audit, we've discovered there's a lot of little like letters and steps and certain things you have to send out to parents. It should be in handbooks that hasn't been getting done. Just due to honestly not being trained in it and kind of learning on the fly. So we're working on putting in systems so that doesn't happen again and we're staying current on all of our things. We had a parent and family engagement meeting that was held on Thursday. I think Thursday was the 6th, it says the 7th, but that's where we're starting. Stakeholders and parents get to come and look at data from the school, our behavior, our attendance, and our MAP scores, and kind of just see what's going on, get the whole picture in the school, and help us aim where we want our title services to aim and focus on, as well as help plan parent engagement activities, such as one parent was like, I would really love to have where I can just sit down and have childcare and have the 8th grade teacher teach me new math so I can learn how to help my kid. Some people want parenting classes and a whole bunch of things. It's not just to help to go and play with your kid and do math or reading activities. It also is meant to be helping the parent in any way we can help the parent.
How many parents came?
We had 10 people total, including me and Becky, so 8. So it's not the number we want, but it's typical. Yeah.
8, but how many families was that? 5. 5 families.
Yes.
Better than 0.
Yeah.
I remember they definitely came, I think it was last year, from FBCP talking about the adult plan stuff that she helped bring. Do you know, is there any way she can help us with?
Yeah, potentially.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let's see. And we reviewed safety requirements pertaining to exterior doors with staff members during the last staff meeting. We're still having we're just adjusting who's standing where to let people in and those types of things to make sure all our doors are locked and safe. And Shannon has created, or with Becky, has created a safety team that's separate from our security team to keep a lookout for possible safety hazards within the school grounds. Because was it our insurance that required that? What was that? Yeah, our insurance required we have a separate team that looks at those things.
Well, actually, I think it's a law, but.
Yeah, we didn't have it. We have it now. We found it now. Our title audit is currently in progress. We're on track to complete all documentation. I have 6 things left out of like 89, so it's pretty exciting. And our request for variance, the standard for our library position was approved. So we are good for 2 years to get Ms. Shin all trained up. And then I attached our most recent data as requested from our MAPS testing period, and I'll update that as we go through our maps. So right now we have, oh goodness. So we have 25 plus 21 is 46. We have 78% of our kids are below benchmark in math. And we have 56 of our kids below benchmark in reading.
So the 41st to 60th, some of those are benchmark, right?
60 and up is considered benchmark.
Okay, it was 80 to 50.
Yeah, they raised it. So 61% and up. Yes.
Right, so a good chunk of those are like pretty close.
Yes.
Right there.
Yeah, so the 41st to 60th percentile, that is just under benchmark. So that's like a little bit behind, couple
Kind of in
couple
there.
weeks, couple
Yeah.
months, somewhere in there, and then after that it progresses.
Okay.
So yes, that is me. Questions, comments, concerns?
No, thanks for all the information. Are you guys with your evaluation thing, are you looking at EPAS? Is that still a thing?
It is still a thing, but we haven't gotten there yet. Our
Okay.
next step is to look and it's
There's,
Thursday, evaluate our current
Okay.
one and decide if we wanna.
I can throw in my 2 cents. I think
Yes.
that's pretty good too. It still follows the four. I guess it brings some. Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Becky. Right, so, for recap, Julie and I attended creating a Title I desk manual class with Jack. Julie and I attended this together. It was a great learning experience. We discovered a lot about what our title program is lacking and how we want it to look. The 28th and 31st was red, I should say red week. Staff and students dressed up in various outfits for the week. It was a lot of fun. It was crazy because it was Halloween week. The 6th, we had the Title I parent meeting. We had a turnout of about 5 family groups. Some parents are requesting more data. We're setting up another meeting to continue to work with our parents. Julia shared the testing data for you, but I kind of broke it down by how many kids are under the proficient. So in kindergarten, we have 5 that are under. In math, keep this bigger. There. All right, so in math, we have 5 that are under. In first, we have 6, second 5, third 7, fourth grade. I mean, it's a really big class. So there's 14 under. 5th and 6th took the testing together, so their scores are kind of combined. And we have 14 under. 7th grade has 8 under, and 8th grade has 2 under. If I can get.
That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, and then over you have reading on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Not deciding to work with that. So none of these students are receiving special education services. I took those out of the numbers from that. On the list, some of these students are close to meeting benchmark and need a little support. However, many need a lot of support. We currently have Rhonda as a push-in title pair that assists in the classroom. I'm currently able to work with 4th grade math and reading. Those kids that are a lot lower and have 11 in math and 7 in reading from 4th grade that are those extreme cases. This last quarter, I taught middle school theme class and I taught 5th and 6th grade science and social studies. So a lot of our reading students are being served by SIPs by Raylene, but the SIPs only teaches them actual sounds that the letters mean. So that's the beginning steps. We don't have anyone doing comprehension right now.
For fluency.
Or fluency, yeah. Well, the SIPs
I
does
mean, I guess
fluency.
it's kind of.
So Raylene's teaching the SIPs classes, doing that. So this is extremely helpful for our students learning sounds. Many of our students are doing great with this. However, we have students who need help with comprehension. So we're seeing some needs at all levels for help and a lot of teachers coming and saying, you have any time for, Michelle has some kinder kids. If you have any time, and I'm like that. So we're trying to do like a list of kids and trying to get their individual, but it's just crazy. We also have new students who need to be tested to see where they're at. I would also like to continue with our challenge groups for our high achieving kids. These classes are usually short and once a week, but they give students with the ability to give a little bit of a challenge outside the classroom. And help Julia as needed. I have a couple more things to do the title audit for her, and then we'll have it done correctly. We're currently writing individualized learning plans for the students with title needs and looking into a math screener similar to Dibbles. They have the M class. Be able to do more bench progress monitoring for those kids in math too. Because the MAPS only does it 3 times a year, so that we can see how the kids are progressing. And the 3rd through 6th grade teachers had another Edu Protocols class yesterday morning. It was really good. And they're learning lots about ways to work with comprehension and getting kids thinking.
Yeah, she's zooming. So she zooms in. We meet again in January. So it's an hour and a half, 2 hour class. And then at the end of this month, I put on our kids lady is coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And she comes to St. Matt's and is going to come in and observe the K-1-2 teachers teach their small groups and then give them feedback. And Michelle is so excited.
Nervous. It'll be great. It'll be great.
Yeah,
But I'm just like,
it's just each time,
it's
right?
just like head honcho and it's just like, it's just nerve wracking.
So it's like the 7th, it's like end of next week.
20th,
20th.
yeah.
I have a question. It's kind of for Becky and Julia. So these volunteers, is it possible to ask any of them, like teaching background or anything that we can utilize? Like she's saying she's got some kinders, you know what I mean? Like if that could be a good help,
So during that meet and greet, where we like
see what they are.
where they're at, like, in case we have anyone who's an engineer or I don't.
Whatever, right? That would, I didn't know if we normally get personal.
And I also provide things too. Like I think we're willing to like, step up and give those things. We just have
Like
to.
what kind of things, like?
Well, for kindergarten, it would just be like immediate 5-minute intervention of just like, let's drill some.
Oh, so like.
Letters
here,
down.
this with them.
Yeah, so like we can do that too. Like that is also an option.
It's really was going around and testing
Yeah.
kids because it's first day of the second quarter. And so she was testing kids to see how they were doing in SIPs, and some kids are testing out of that, and they're gonna need that comprehension stuff.
Sure.
And then we let her go ahead and go forth and test the kinders.
Yeah, she came back and she's like, I didn't believe you. And I was like, I know. They are, I do have to say kindergarten is very, 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 very low this year. Like probably the lowest I've ever seen. We're still working on shapes.
COVID baby.
Like most of them still didn't know all their colors. A lot of them don't know shapes. We still are working on our first name. Usually that's like a week 4, we're good to go.
Okay.
We're in week 11. And I still have kids that we can't open water bottles, a lot of fine motor skill issues, like a lot of gross motor. It's a small class, but it's a lot for them.
That will be
No.
Monday.
No, and I'm already working with some parents on things to practice at.
Yeah.
A lot of these, I even asked the kids, so in the mornings, we have like our social time. And so I asked them, okay, share with your neighbor your favorite story mom and dad read you last night. Not a single peep. I was like, okay, so this is like, I was like, so what do you do before bed? Watch TV, watch a movie, play a game, which some of those are fine, but like, it's also just kind of like to highlight reading is not happening at home. So like, we're gonna start seeing a lot of this, I think, as time goes on. I know families are busy, but
I've noticed in the last 4 years,
it's interesting.
talking with Michelle, that every year our kinders come in increasingly less prepared.
Like never holding a pencil, like, and like some things like they pick up, but this class does not have fine motor skills. Like it is sad to watch them open water bottles. Like it really truly breaks my heart because they're just like their hands just flop. Like there's no grip. Like, does that make sense? Like there's just no,
They're doing this.
yeah,
They're not.
I barely can get them into books. I think now we're in a chapter of Super Kids where we're starting to blend and they got really, really excited. So I'm hoping this takes off, but I have never seen a class so low. We still can't button our pants. It's hard to put our shoes on. It's rough. So,
Some days I can't let mine, so.
I mean, sometimes when I eat too much. But just so that people know that this is like, I've never seen a class like this.
And it's, from every administrator I've talked to across the valley, they're seeing the exact same problems. It's not a Marion.
Right,
Like,
I don't think it
it's a
is.
global
Yeah.
problem. Our kids.
Only 40% of kids are to anymore.
So I did start reading logs though. So I've only seen one kid do it out of the 9. But that's all I've seen so far, and I just started it this month. And I put a point incentive on it. So I'm kind of hoping that if that whole store takes off, that we can kind of just start, I don't know.
I think the volunteers, that'd be maybe
Yeah.
a use of the time, book tubs with leveled books, they pull a kid out, they read to them, have them read to the volunteers, the older. You know what I mean? Just as another
Well, for
practice.
kinder, it'll be more letter sounds.
Or
that
we
they
play
kind of
games.
sing
The
it.
adult reading to them. even.
Yeah,
Just like.
yeah,
I think
that would be
that
fantastic.
is a jump.
So I was really excited because I grew up in a town where we had probably anywhere from 4 to 6 sets like married couples, grandparents, and his Grandma Dottie, Grandpa Andy are the ones that worked with my class, and they followed my class all the way up till senior year, starting in kindergarten. And they would pull us and read with us and ask us questions. And then, the best part was we know where Dottie and Andy's Grandma Dottie, Grandpa and Andy's house was. And so they'd get Halloween, there was a line that you had to get in line to see the grandparents. It was just such a special part of me growing up that I'm really hoping we can do that and build that for these kids because they've made such a mark on all of us growing up. We had an extra set of grandparents.
We have a similar program in Tulsa, it's called foster grandparent program. They were paid a small wage, like $1 weekly. And then transportation, but those kids would stay with my class at least all year, but sometimes the same grade multiple years in a row.
Yeah.
And I had a grandma Birdie for multiple years, and she was amazing. There were just certain things I just have her to grade, or she'd write fun notes on their handwriting papers and put stickers on, and they go over and read to her and practice their spelling words, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
What one more just like caring person.
Yes.
In the scenario.
And they're not there to get you in trouble. They're
Right.
there to just be with you, and that goes such a long way, kids.
And to get some parents working with you.
Yes.
Okay, let's get on to our action items here. Consideration of hiring a 5th grade teacher or aide.
So right now in 6th grade, we are sitting at 11 students, and 5th grade, we have 14 students. Did I write that number? 14 in 6th grade too? Or is it?
6th grade, I don't know.
Anyway, I think I wrote that number wrong there. Anyway, we're approaching the point where we hit 30. If we get these, so yes, we're 28 total right now. If we hit these 2 more kids that are coming in that are, my daughter's very excited about because it's a female and there's only 2 girls in her class, so she's very excited. But if we get these 2 kids, we're gonna hit that 30. Right now, Katie is handling both 5th and 6th grade with Miss Sharati taking, and they split the classes for like math and reading and science and history to make them a little bit those bite-sized classes, because within the 5th, 6th grade, there also is a huge discrepancy of need. So it's amplified because it's 2 grades plus highs and lows in each grade, which can be neat for when you want to put a kid into something that is more their speed, but can make it difficult. So we'd like to look at hiring a 5th grade teacher. And it says or aide, and I didn't mean aide, I meant like a long-term sub until we get the teacher. To take that piece away from Becky. So we have a dedicated classroom again for 5th grade. We were hoping it would work out, but I think it's just with our classes growing all of a sudden, we are kind of starting to top out, and we'd eventually have to hire a classroom aide anyway if we top out over 30. So if we don't want to hire for a teacher, we have to hire for a classroom aide / para to take some of the load.
So what you just said, not an aide, it would be a
Yes, it'd be
So,
yeah, so if we went with hiring, sorry, I'm confusing. If we went with hiring a classroom teacher, until we get one, we would ask for a long-term sub.
Gotcha.
If you guys do not want to hire a teacher, we would have to hire an aide because would be an overload aide
So like an hour and a half.
or more because it'd have to figure out a way to support so Becky gets some of those classes off her plate so she can build the title program again.
I see.
Yeah.
But I mean legally.
Yes,
speaking, like,
legally speaking, an hour and a half,
per kid
half per kid.
over 30 kind of thing. Okay, and then would you still teach the sixth grade certain subjects? That are
doing
teachers
grade science and social studies, overseeing, I'm teaching
Okay.
sixth grade one right now.
Okay. So do the teacher.
Yeah, she's a teacher.
Thanks, got it. Got it, okay.
So that would stay.
Okay, that's fine, just because of certification.
Right.
Or would you put the class?
I'm kicking Becky out and she actually offered, and putting her in the sixth grade, the old sixth grade room on the end of the older building. And then we'd put the fifth grade into the middle room where she is in the new building.
Is there room in there to do
Yeah,
that?
I teach fifth grade in there for 2 hours a day. And there's plenty of room.
So it'd be fourth, fifth, sixth building,
Yeah, fourth, fifth, and
which
sixth.
it is now, but it would be each.
Yeah.
Classroom. Got it.
And I've learned my lesson with trying to split classes, trying to do split classes. Tried.
Is there a concern about? I mean, I guess I kind of have concern a little bit about mid-year,
Yes.
like these kids have been with one teacher and that we're shifting to another
Mhm.
one, like. Any ideas of how to, is that concern of yours or not? Or how do you?
I think it depends on who we get. I think there's a couple people I can try to call and see if they'd apply. I know that I've had two of our current, which Teresa's gonna hate me for saying this, but two of our current substitutes have both come to me and said, I'd love to be considered to be the long-term person until you find someone. And that's the best case because these two have
They know
worked a lot with that group.
Okay.
So that would be a really good transition. And in that time, getting that person in there, even if you had the long-term sub stay a week or two in to transition a new teacher, and could be a good thing.
I don't think you have a long-term sub in there. And they're not like a teacher, I would say that they would be working with Katie. And just Katie would then even possibly teach or do lesson plans, here you go. So she could go, that whole 2 rooms could be fifth and sixth, and they could be working together.
I was gonna say more like a.
Like a team,
Yeah, so
yeah,
so
like a
team.
teacher kind of thing for teaching. Is there like something in our policies or rules somewhere that says how long a long-term?
So
sub can
you can have a long-term sub for a certain amount of time before you have to post a job, but we're gonna already have the job posted. And then if they serve for a certain amount of days, I have to just send a letter home to parent, yeah. If they serve for more than
35. Does it?
Oh, yeah.
Just
If-
change that.
If they serve for more than it's like a certain amount of days, then I have to send a letter home for our title rules to let parents know that they're being handled by a long-term sub under the direction of a teacher, and it's just for
And then
transparency's sake.
Purposes, you'd have to offer them a contract over a year of the year or something like that, right?
There's like a,
Like you have to pay them as a teacher essentially, because beyond. Time range.
no,
think so.
that one, it's just,
Really?
it has, as far as I
Used to be.
remember, it's
If they have the.
if they have a teaching
Yeah,
degree,
they have a degree.
after that you have to pay them. If they don't have a teaching degree and they're a long-term sub, you just have to prove that you have it posted and you're actively searching.
We used to have to take time off.
That doesn't work either.
I know. Yeah, not anymore, but it used to.
It's 35 days total.
Okay.
That used to be.
They found our,
They found the
They found a
loophole.
loophole.
I don't like that loophole anyway, I try not to use it, but.
Janice,
Yes,
money.
yeah.
I don't know, actually. I don't know. I was just going through our budget versus actual, I was trying to find the line item where I put the contingency money.
just so you know, we are not moving forward with hiring the SPED online person because we are able to have David Brown and Cindy Hansen work with SPED to figure out a way to make the schedule work better so that we don't have to hire. So we will not be using any of that money. So it will not be a double hiring that person out of general fund.
And we did kind of try to set aside that money in case we needed to hire.
Yeah, I remember.
And now that was not being touched at all.
I just wanted to make sure we hadn't
Haven't
dipped into it
Right.
already.
It should be because it should still be there because we didn't do anything with the sped.
And it's not in sped right
Yeah.
now anyway. I'm just trying to see what line item I put it. The other thing that we have coming up is as of the end of November, any computers that have Windows 10 will no longer be supported, so those computers are gonna have to be replaced also. So, or there will no longer be one-to-one computers for kids, that's the other option. In those classes that don't
How
have,
many of those do we have?
I don't know.
A lot.
I sent a survey out and
Windows
asked teachers
10
to let them
or
know.
above they can work, or Windows.
No,
No,
All of them.
Windows 10.
We don't have any computers that are above Windows 10. All
Exactly. So all
And are they
not
able
ones that
to-
are in the class.
So even the new,
I don't know.
cause
anything,
mine are not that old.
Yeah, all of them are.
I sent out an email at the very beginning of the school year and asked everybody to look at their computers. And their Chromebooks and everything and see what was, not Chromebooks, but everybody was supposed to look and let us know what needed to be replaced. And
I
I got 0 responses.
follow up on that and give you guys a report the next quarter.
Maybe you could put that in the teacher report to please respond to Shannon.
It's me.
It was back in September, maybe August, September.
You have a Chromebook.
I don't
Do
know.
my kids have Chromebooks?
Yeah, Kinder should have Chromebooks and first has Chromebooks. I think.
So then make that KS1 and 2 have.
Yeah, third
Okay.
have laptops.
All right, so
But
hold
maybe
on, I
the-
gotta go back to
Yeah.
teacher, okay. Where's my teacher?
It was a
Teacher rep.
long time
Okay.
ago.
Yeah.
So what did you want me to tell them?
I need to look at all their devices, all of their devices.
And let Shannon know.
Julia will send out
ASAP.
directions tomorrow on how to check.
Rules. Well, then I don't really need to tell them because you'll be telling them before I have the opportunity. Yeah, because our next meeting won't happen till.
You're gonna be in person and she's gonna be via email, so
Okay.
people that don't read the emails.
That Shannon always said.
Got you.
Don't you love Google? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love Google Windows. Thank you so much.
If you have 10, Windows 10 or less. Yep.
This is
So- Some of that, yeah.
Well, see, I'm a Mac person, so anything with Windows, I'm like, I have no idea.
Make sure we have the money before we read and hire somebody.
But do you feel like, Shannon, that we're safe to hire Kara? At least.
So for Kara,
The other thing, we have our interlocal money. Right. So I mean, if it's something that we have to do, if it's not in the budget, we can use that interlocal money.
I thought we used a lot of that.
So we have. Gotta go to a different report.
Let's see. You know what it would be called, maybe?
Well, thank Only
No,
you
like
can say-
I probably shoved it in under subs. All the extra money under subs or under just supplies for,
Those supplies.
yeah, it's probably supplies. And I split it, so that's why it's not a big chunk, so I have to split it for. The school one. Okay, yeah. I just need to add.
Parts.
A lot of clicking, I'm sorry, you gotta get there. So.
I think you're right, I think it's under, maybe. Under supplies, because I'd say one supply item. Like $8,000.
Until that's me.
Yeah, no,
Okay, so we have 12,000 in there right now and another 81 that will be deposited this month. It went in last month, 81, yeah, so 81,000 plus 12,492. So 90,000 actually. Yeah.
That's in the interlocal.
Yeah.
but there should also still be some money somewhere,
Yes, 'cause we haven't
but
spent.
technology is a big deal too.
Mm-hmm. So it's have to be cognizant of all, well, as if we're not, right? All spending.
You might want to look at even, you're gonna have to plan for a fifth grade teacher next year,
Mm-hmm.
because you have 28 kids
Going in, yeah.
going in
Yeah.
fifth grade. So even if you just did a para work with Katie and she can split it, I mean,
Right.
we've done it before, where we've had 33 kids and we've.
But don't you get funding from the state?
In arrears. You get A and B in arrears, you get it the next year,
Oh.
but only if you're,
Like our enrollment went down, so we lost money.
because it's an average of 3 years.
Mhm.
So next.
So if we
year,
got like
it's gonna go
200
down.
in a, like 2 years, we get
Biggest
more.
What about that thing from last meeting, that student teaching thingy?
So we're live with that right now, and it just depends on if they have a person that wants to come in, but they have to teach underneath someone, they cannot be responsible.
It would have to be, it wouldn't start till next year.
And
It'd
they,
be for
yeah,
first grade.
and they can't be alone in a classroom except for 15 days. They can sub.
Well, shoot.
Right.
Big drop in budget back here.
Well, if you look at 2 people that were interested and they would work great, just the para and a teacher that can work
We
together.
have subs under Shannon. Like, what is it called?
How many subs do we have?
So it's under,
Like active that are working in the room?
like, if you look on
Say that
page
again, sorry.
4.
No, but
under elementary, 100,000.
Truly all of
I budgeted.
Steve has
in elementary things.
these on mine for
Nice comment. We have 3 currently active, 1 sort of, and then we've got 1 that's about to become active because her summer job ended. And a couple of people, she's been gone for years. I know, but it's just that, no, I know.
Lily, how old's
Wow.
Oh, I believe she's the same age as I am. She's old.
I miss her, but I miss her. Oh,
I know, she's a
Loved Opal.
she's a love.
Oh, Chris. So, with hubby.
I think Chris is still trying to deal with her hubby, so.
I think that's where she needs to be.
so we,
I agree.
we also potentially look at is if we hire a para, we can still offer like full time if we do
This is
the classes that Becky's
Teaching
teaching,
to start by any curriculum.
and then the rest of the day paid with title money. Title.
So they would, is that the title
She's
para?
gonna tell you how much she thinks we need.
We're talking about half a year.
Especially how titles, we have to spend it on titles so we can hire as many people as we can fit in that number.
And we're school age title, so we can come out.
You can also, you can pay for overload aid, or classroom, what is it called, reduction, classroom size reduction can also be paid out of title.
Yeah.
So we can take some of this if we hire a teacher or a para out of title, it just depends on how much we need in the actual title. Does that make sense?
Kara,
With me, so I have Rhonda, but she also is being a overload kind of, too, so she's helping in,
That's pretty neat though.
yeah, fifth and sixth and that, and so if we hired someone, then Rhonda would come out of that. But it would be nice to get 1 more pair in with our title money, so then we have myself and 2 paras to be able to really work with all these kids.
But that's separate from A.
Yeah, that's not it. This is B. This is out of all title.
Okay, so Sharon and I were just trying, we think we're finding little pockets of money.
Right.
It's just a matter of her reorganizing
Yeah.
that. So like we found 15,000 over and just create that, 2 places.
So, and at this point, we're talking about, you're talking about whole year, so you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Benefits, so. I feel like we probably have it, it's just a matter of like.
So in the middle school section, there's 7,000.
Okay.
So then we have to, even if we are hiring for a fifth grade teacher, if we don't find somebody, we have to hire somebody.
Have to
Right,
teach
yes, so we would, yeah, we'd have to hire a long-term sub.
So that'd be long-term sub, that would be the title, okay.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be para unless it's a current para that would want that, is that what
So
we're saying?
there's two options, so if we go to hire a teacher, in the process of finding a teacher, we would ask one of the subs if they'd like to be the long-term sub to fill in that position until we hire a teacher.
Okay.
Or we could say, no, we don't want to go for a teacher, we want to hire a para that will. Basically, it'd be like Katie would teach the introductory lesson, the para would work with them on independent work while she went and taught the introductory lecture, and then they'd switch to different classes.
So the para would be working with a class.
But it would
Katie
be,
would-
Katie would deliver instruction, and then she'd leave it, and then like while the para's doing independent work with. Katie would deliver instruction fifth grade, while the para's in sixth grade doing practice or homework or practice problems, and then they would switch. That makes sense?
Yeah, would
But-
that para be under the same, wage? As our other paras? Or, because if you're gonna take a para that's making this and expect them to do this.
It would be a new para, right?
Yeah.
They could always.
Right, well, yeah, yeah.
So
but
the para themselves would be in charge of grading or planning. They do just what a para does, just what our regular paras do.
Okay,
Where the teaching is done, the planning is done, they're just there for like the work time to support the kids through the work time. They're not actually having to grade or plan.
Which is what our parents do now.
Yeah, which is
Right,
where
just like supervising them.
Yeah.
Right. And-
Yeah.
And answering questions.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that we were being,
Fair.
fair with if you're hiring somebody and what were they gonna be paid and what their duties were. But so that the other parents don't feel like we're either paying this person more or they're doing
Oh, yeah.
more or less, or,
Isn't that salad? Because I don't think you want to expect a parent to be a teacher
Yeah.
and paid in this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
right, well, I
Yeah,
just
so
wanted to
if
make sure that was
fair,
clear,
then
because I didn't.
One doing what a para does.
So then can we make this like a twofold, like hopefully hire a fifth grade teacher by a certain date. If we don't have any grabs by then we do like a long-term sub or that kind of thing.
Yes. We could, I can. Yeah, it'd be a miracle if we get a fifth grade teacher.
Right.
So really what unless we get one, I mean, we have one that applied at the beginning of the year that is a sub now. If she was interested, we don't know, we'd have to interview her. Really, it's a long-term sub under the supervision of Becky and Katie until we get a teacher or a para. But in order to make title work, we wouldn't want to draw it out where we kept title the same and with Becky taking those classes for a long time and then.
So then what should we do? Like, what's the answer?
I want the clip.
Yeah.
You post for a teacher.
Okay.
You hire a long-term sub,
There we go.
like day one.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
The teacher post has to stay up until we hire a teacher, even if that's in 2026.
Sure.
the only difference would be, because if we don't know if we're gonna have a fifth grade teacher, the only difference would be if the long-term sub, they get paid $14 an hour. If it's a para, they do the same thing that the long-term sub is gonna do, but they get paid para wage, and we don't look for a fifth grade teacher. Since, because a para gets paid more than a sub, but they would do the same job. It's just one is temporary, waiting for if we hire a teacher, and the other one would be for the rest of the year.
So if you're doing a long-term sub, then they are responsible for making their own lesson plans and grading
No.
and all that.
No, the teachers are, the long-term sub cannot do lesson plans. They can help grade.
To do that.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
I had to do that.
Yes, so you're not supposed to.
Oh.
Really?
If they have a teaching license, they can, but if they
Gotcha.
don't have a teaching license, you're not supposed to do that because
Oh,
That's
but they
not-
did.
they're
have
not
a teaching
licensed.
And if they have a teaching license, that's
Oh,
why after
okay.
a certain number of days.
yes,
You have to operate in the contract,
yes.
pay them a teacher wage.
Yes, if they're not a
I
licensed teacher,
understand.
you don't have to do lesson
Right, so actually, it's probably easier to hire.
Yes.
So I'll make a motion to hire a fifth grade teacher. Get back to my notes, I've opened so many documents now.
But it's teacher or aide
Yes,
slash
yes.
teacher.
Oh, I'm
Para.
or, okay, same it like that, I thought we were making a decision of which one. to-
Yeah,
Yeah, make a motion for.
so aide is synonymous with para, so we would be hiring a fifth grade teacher with a temporary long-term sub that potentially could go all year,
Mhm.
or hiring a para that will go all year. Para gets paid more, sub does not, because it's temporary.
My thought is, we'll need one for next year anyway. So that's why I guess I would like to see us try to start hiring.
That's why I was asking like how it has to work, because I want to hire for a fifth grade teacher. But we're in November, so to have some be long-term sub at $14 an hour from November till June. That's what I'm,
We could do both. We could hire a para, pay it out of title, and then and still post for a fifth grade teacher. And then if we get a fifth grade teacher, now Becky has another title para that's now free to do more intensive work after we get a sub. So then the person that's filling in the classroom gets paid more to fill in the classroom while we're still posting for a fifth grade teacher. Does that make sense? We just, it
so
didn't.
you do have some people that would be a long-term sub
two of them.
and they know what it pays. Okay.
Yes. So I mean.
Okay,
it's-
then I say we
Apples and oranges.
hire for a fifth grade.
Great. So I made the motion to hire for fifth grade teacher.
Yeah, okay.
She did with the long-term sub.
I will second that.
Oh,
What was that?
you're fine.
Sorry, Sherry made the motion to hire a fifth grade teacher
Long-term sub.
with a long-term sub. Sorry.
Can I
Apologies.
word it, Sherry, to post for a fifth grade teacher
There you
and
go.
hire a long-term sub? Correct, yes.
That sounds better.
Yes, because we're not hiring yet.
To post.
Yeah. To post a fifth grade teaching position and hire a long-term sub. In the interim.
Okay, we have our motion, we have our second. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, next one, consideration of hiring a title para.
So Becky's gonna take this, but I will start with, all of the money to hire would be at the limit of how much we have in our title grant. So this would not affect general funding at all, because
Okay.
right now we have two people being paid out of title. It is Becky and Rhonda. The rest is for family engagement and English language learner, and we can adjust that in other ways with the goal of it will not touch general ed funding.
Or is it part-time or full-time?
Full-time.
Full-time.
Okay, so then to Becky.
Okay, so full-time, that gives us, the ability to still have some cushion for those kids that are pretty close. Be able to help in the classroom, to work with a small group or something while they're in the classroom. And then also have the ability to pull these groups that we're not getting to right now. So right now, we have no math groups being pulled except for the fourth grade that you're splitting in half. And we have a lot of needs, like I'm having teachers come in and being like, anyway, and I'm like, well, I can do it here. And then I go, no, that's not good. Yeah. So sometimes some of the kids may only need like 10 minutes once a day just to go over like facts or do anything like that. But then we have a huge need in like seventh grade where the kids are going down, and still more need in fourth and sixth. So the sixth grade right now has like Rhonda in there while they're doing math and English. But you're really short on your title minutes. Not that we have minutes for title, but just the need.
So that comes out of the title budget.
Comes out of the title.
Okay, Janet, wise, title budget, yep.
Yeah.
It
That's
just
me.
finally got approved. I don't even know what it looks
Yeah.
like yet.
Yeah, that's me. So,
Wow.
yeah, basically, it took a really long time. But I did let them know we'd be potentially adding people, and they were like, that's fine, you just go in there and change it, resubmit it, so.
I will make a motion to hire a title para.
I'll second that. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay. Consideration of adopting policy 8301 suggested by the policy committee. And a reminder of what that was.
Blocking the door.
Oh, that's right. The locks on the doors.
And I think we said you're just going to not accept the language. Is that what we talked about, Shannon?
My suggestion is, since we haven't done any research on the optional language, to just not include the optional language, just approve the policy. And we can always go back and add the optional language later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Any more discussion on that one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay. The consideration of enrolling in the Bridge Alliance insurance.
Right, just Shannon, just as soon as you.
Oh, okay. I couldn't keep up, so I missed the whole.
You're
Sorry.
I got you.
Thank
She'll
you.
fill the minutes. You're good.
I was trying really, really
Official minutes.
Drink coffee faster. Just.
I'm like, can't keep up. You must be a really fast typer, because I thought I was pretty fast and I was like, nope, I am not.
Okay, so we discussed about that Bridge Alliance insurance earlier.
I have not heard back from Jen and Doran about the question we asked. I asked the Lake Smith Valley because I know they have accepted it. And I said, staff is concerned, no one will accept the insurance, will have to submit claims themselves and get paid up front. She's like, I do not think that is the case. But I would, I guess, address those concerns with him. He should respond quickly. And that was,
So my question is the bridged one more or the United one we have now?
the bridge one is more. It's 4% higher than our current rate.
So then what's the benefit to us for taking that then if it's gonna cost us more?
But if you look at the, let's just say the deductibles for,
Cause I saw this, but I didn't know what these were. Do you know what I mean? Like they're all different colors, so I assumed those were 3 different plans, is that correct?
every line item, every column is a different plan. We have 15 different plans.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
15 different plans.
I thought it was like, this is a plan, this is.
Nope, 15 different ones. But the deductibles and the max out of pockets are lower with bridge. So the employee benefit would be better. The school benefit would be better with United Healthcare.
But I'm looking at the long term, right? Like, I feel like
So that's what I'm
we need to
wondering.
jump into this now because I think there's gonna be a cost benefit 5 years down the road when we're getting established. And
Yes.
if you don't do it, the other insurances, I don't know, I don't have a crystal ball, but what I've seen is trends of the other private insurances and the big ones, like, let's just keep going up incrementally. And this, we're gonna have a bigger pool of people across the state. So like if we have one major medical case here, right now, that spikes our premiums. Because it's just that little pool, right? So the idea is we're in a bigger pool, kind of like the state health insurance, it's not gonna be that big, but it's big, right? A lot of educators. And that should potentially, right, like spread that across. And so even if we have a major thing, it's not just being big, but it's statewide thing to people. Does that make sense? I feel like it'll level off.
It's still a little bit us,
But okay, maybe there's a portion that's.
yeah, because I asked him about that one
Yeah.
provision about how we have to pay it back, and he says that refers to registration. Hold on. I would contend that the value Bridge affords far outweighs this provision. Further, if you recoup any surplus, one of the huge benefits of Bridged, when have you ever heard of a health insurance plan giving you money back if you have a good year? You can set that money aside to protect against this provision if it comes to light.
Okay, so that's what I'm worried about.
But
that we
what
have to budget.
qualifies a good year?
So if you don't have a whole bunch of claims,
Or low cost claims.
or low cost claims. Like years ago, when our staff was aged higher, we had a lot of claims. And so our insurance just kept going up and up and up. Now that our demographic has come down and our staff is more in the lower aged range, our rates are down lower. Yeah. So.
Interesting. And that's good to know, but I still think that like overall,
Mhm.
I just feel like it's the thing to do. I've been hoping that this would happen honestly for
Okay.
2 years. That's my own personal view.
And I think the good thing about this, not even for like Pleasant Valley, they have one teacher.
Mhm.
They can join this because there's no group requirement. So it's really great for, right now, we only have 7 people who take the insurance. Out of how many staff members. So
So our.
with
portion-
other insurance companies, you have to have a certain percentage of your employees buy in, but they don't even allow it. So I was hoping that the rates were gonna be so low that we could offer insurance to the classified staff as well, but that's not the case.
So
But
I guess
maybe,
then,
maybe.
I was gonna say, so I guess then the hope is if we're in it for the long haul, eventually that will be a possibility.
Yeah, and they do have a caveat, they can't raise their rates over a certain point, 1 point something% of the consumer index, something or another.
Yeah.
There's
The CPU or something like that, yeah, maybe that's, yeah, something index, yeah, it's probably in there. So. Like I said, they did bump the due date down to December 13th, if you want to read all of this documentation more. I did send it to legal. Starting today. But I don't know how much more information you're gonna get, this is it.
Right, I don't, and I read over all this stuff and I was like, I wonder price-wise how it compares. Because the contract's already set for 2 years, so that's what I was thinking. The changes, that's on us, right? So,
I think it's on the ninth.
Yeah, it's on the.
That means you would take a big one if you would rather.
no, I mean, honestly, that makes sense to me what you're saying, Sherry, and we knew this has been a possibility for a few years now. Shame on them for only giving us like a half a second to think about it.
Right, yeah.
I like to think about stuff.
That is really what you do is last join the state employees pool.
Yes, and it's,
That did not happen, but this is like kind of next.
you have to follow all the state laws. You can get in trouble in the state, but we're not gonna give you our insurance. Ouch. Okay. Hey, Tom. How come the DMV has nicer flooring than the school districts?
Yes.
I had voters who heard jails and not schools.
Yes.
That was my
I'll tell you what, in the legislature, it's a big topic. 2 big topics are jails, prisons, public safety and education.
Yeah.
Big ones.
For sure.
Money and education, building bigger.
Yeah, we get fixed faster than school.
A student told me that.
So you think this is good too?
Yeah,
Cause then we
like
can
I
get our
said,
5
the
years out of
deductibles are significantly less for our staff out of pocket.
It's a bonus.
It's not in your district more, but this staff. level.
Yeah.
And
It's-
another good thing about this, which is just like 20,000 foot view, they have to get a certain amount of live bodies to sign up for this, or the whole thing crumbles, and then there's no overall health insurance across the state. Now, I know our like 7 people isn't gonna like make or break, but a lot of people are urging districts to sign up for it, because eventually this could be a very, very, very good thing and be like state insurance, but we have to prove to the legislature and the state that teachers are in it. Because if they're not, they'll just.
It doesn't matter, people opt out on this one later.
There's no, but they are encouraging school districts to stop offering stipends.
So take the insurance or not.
Yeah. Which for us is 2 years down the road, because Our contract's approved for 2 years.
So then if we take this, then it goes into effect, is it January first or July first?
July, our insurance always goes July to June.
Okay.
Side note, if the stipend does go away, how does that affect pay?
Then you would you'd get insurance, you'd be double insured. Those are, that is what their suggestion.
I'm gonna be honest, that would legit suck. That would legit suck.
It would suck for me too.
Yeah.
It just suck for
I
me.
mean, I need every penny I have right now to pay my mortgage.
Yes,
Well, I guess that was 2 years down the road, so we don't have to think about it yet.
and there's things you can do instead.
That's just a suggestion.
Oh,
Yeah.
that actually makes me wanna throw up, sorry.
And
That
they're also
legit
just
is like.
Suggesting it, it's
Yeah.
not a mandate.
And I do have to be honest with you, the only reason I bought a house is because I could actually finally afford it, because now I have the stipend.
Mhm.
So I just wanna throw that out there, because
Mhm.
making it on the budget that I would have had this coming year without the stipend, I would not be able to. So I just wanna put that out there.
I think it's a relatively recent thing, like that didn't ever used to be an option. It was like, leave it, you know.
Yeah.
But we have offered it for a while now, so we kind of have that precedent, and so I don't think you would just consider, you know,
No.
like, just like make a snap decision.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be.
Just saying where I'm.
No, I get it.
Michelle's house, she's been through enough.
I get your personal reasons, I get it. I think,
That's just coming from a perspective of.
Yeah. I understand your personal reasons, but I also think I understand why they recommend that, because they do need a certain number of people in
Mhm.
approval.
And if they don't, then they have to pay
Right.
back. They have to pay back all.
Exactly.
It just sucks to be double insured, because after 180 days, when Nathan gets back from deployment.
Yeah.
We have to pay for TRICARE, so then I'd have to pay for TRICARE. But then technically,
You're kind of sort
Or
of.
you-
I'm kind of sort of paying for two,
Or you can switch together, not, you know,
Yeah.
like, that would be,
but that would be.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that. would be-
That's not a good option though, like to have to do that, you know what I mean, like. Because I have a lot of benefits being on
I
TRICARE,
know, it's-
so to have to give that up just to have that is actually kind of, yes. That's just me, sorry.
Okay,
So, I will make a motion to enroll in Bridged Alliance Insurance and bite that bullet with the rest of the state.
yeah, I'll second that. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, multi-district agreement.
No, that's all part of it.
Oh, is it all together? Oh,
Those
I
are
thought
part of the documents that
It's
are in
all-
there.
it's
Yeah,
all
we-
together.
We just approved is all of that stuff.
Yep, all of it.
Trust agreement.
So now we're
Now we're
on
on E, consideration.
Oh, consideration of conducting a trustee election.
Okay, so the people that are up is Sherry and Christian. Hold on, I'm still typing. Trustee positions.
And that's in April, May.
And that's.
right?
That like you're having fun, huh?
And there's still all 3 year now?
Yeah.
You can't do 1, 2, or 3.
No,
I
it's
thought
not.
I had another year, so now I'm like.
I'm thinking there's.
Yeah. And I'm super excited. I went to this like stupid election training. I got one great thing out of it. So before they could turn in their paperwork all the way until March of spring break. So
Oh, potential
Now-
people that wanted to run. Okay.
now they only have until February 9th.
Oh, nice. So we know
Yeah.
that's.
December
Yeah,
to
that's
March
good.
was ridiculous. They've moved it to February 9th to match some state county thing. I don't know. The county is still going to run our elections if that is so needed.
Are we allowed to put an embargo on certain people so that they don't have a say?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
So then what do? We post it? What do we?
What we have to do is tonight you have to approve running a trustee election. So then I send the resolution to the county. and it gets posted. And then we have paperwork they fill out, share it with Kristen. And if they don't, then, or if they do, and more people want to join, then we have to run an election. If we get 2 people that will sign, then they just get appointed. So, their agenda item will be for me to call the election if it's, cancel the election if it's not needed. So today.
So we have to approve conducting it just to see. Okay, so I make a motion to approve the conducting of a trustee election.
All those in favor?
Right?
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, future agenda items.
Wrote that as a future agenda item, Shannon.
It may be. Well,
Or do you want me to take that out? Cause I
What?
thought,
What's
picture that,
The
the
election?
call to cancel, yeah.
We approved having an election if needed.
Right,
So-
but she said it would be a future agenda item.
Oh,
She
yeah.
had to call and cancel it.
Yeah, but that'll be like January, February.
Oh,
So February after all the
People's agree.
things come in.
So we just get the 2 that are already doing it or just 1? Then we just stay.
you just cancel it. Okay.
Mhm.
If
Okay.
3 people do, then we have.
Information?
Tonight is 8th grade night, so if you would stay for the game, it is our 8th grade home game. We have one wonderful 8th grader. I think that they would be very happy to have, even for the first part, stay and cheer. Yeah, start around saying.
One 8th graders playing basketball. What the heck?
I will not be at the next meeting.
Oh, yeah. You're looking at me. Okay.
And if by chance we don't have a forum, you can reach me by phone. Yes,
Good for you.
I'm going to my spot.
yes.
I go.
No.
I went with you.
Are we done?
Yes.
Probably try to move it by a different place, so.
I just, oh, Karen. Amy did.
I did.
Oh, you did? I'll second the motion.
Thank you. I just
All
got-
those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed?
No. How?